with tigers as his companions, and treated poisonous snakes like spicy snacks, all because his father was the Spirit King, the guardian of Bekdusan, and his mother was a nine-tailed fox demon who had lived for 1,000 years. But because of a great battle 3 years ago, his father was killed by a traitor, and on his deathbed, entrusted Aranto to Renato. Renato then handed Aranto over to his aunt, Mewa, to raise, while he himself guarded the village day and night. Mewa and her sister, Shirwa, were both fox demons. Mewa had already taken human form and married a mortal named Ahom, hiding in a mountain village, and they had a daughter named Abi. Now Jules, who had been in the Red Mountain Purgatory for 2.5 years, had returned. Under Whitebrow's orders, he had come with Wanyo to seize Aranto. Despite Renato's desperate protection, he was eventually killed by Jules. Whitebrow instructed that Jules must not know about the child's identity, so after dealing with Renato, Wanyo sent him away. Then Wanyo slowly walked into the village to search, and as he closed in step by step, Mewa tearfully forced out the spirit pearl inside her body, because she knew that, once she used the spirit pearl in battle, it was equivalent to giving up her human status. At this moment, she decided to risk her life to protect her family. After Wanyo walked into the village, he suddenly realized, looking at the tiger corpses all over the ground, that the village was not only guarded by Renato. Turning around, he suddenly saw Mewa standing on the roof. Wanyo was shocked by the size of the fox spirit pearl. He then used Changhost to control the tigers and launched an attack, intending to kill the fox demon and take the rare spirit pearl, but he clearly underestimated the strength of this 1,000-year-old fox demon. The spirit pearl immediately cast a spell to confuse the possessed Changhost, controlling the tiger to attack Wanyo. Wanyo knew he was no match and was then instantly impaled by the controlled dry branch. The spirit pearl wanted to take Wangyo's soul, but it was almost backfired in a strange way, and it was stopped by Mewa. Mewa felt a presence approaching, and suddenly Aranto opened the door crying, wanting to find his mother. His sister Abi pulled him into the house, but accidentally hit his head. His sister comforted him responsibly. Meanwhile, Mewa began to clear the tiger corpses outside, but Wangyo, on the brink of death, managed to swallow a pill by sheer willpower, and soon recovered. Just as Wangyo was rejoicing, Mewa spotted him and prepared to put an end to him. At this moment, Abi discovered something unusual about her brother Aranto, and loudly told Mewa about it. Before she could finish, a very strong aura suddenly swept over them. The tigers possessed by Changhost were instantly frightened and scattered in all directions. Wanyo immediately regretted coming here, as he realized he couldn't complete Whitebrow's mission. He was likely to meet his end today. At this time, the spirit pearl also sensed something unusual about Aranto in the house, and flew in rapidly. Mewa followed suit and rushed in, only to see a powerful energy erupting from Aranto's body, and in an instant, a huge explosion shook the sky. Meanwhile, Wuko, who was barely alive at the village entrance, suddenly had a bright light above his head, and Jules, who had already left, saw this,